Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Therma Bright's channel, transforming innovation into wellness. And this is really fronting a lot of the different sectors of the healthcare market that I'm excited to divulge today. So joining us is the Chief Executive Officer, Rob Fio. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. So last time we spoke, we really broke down your background, some of the team, and you briefly touched on some of the products. Today, as I mentioned, I really want to expand on the business model, some of the macroeconomics maybe affecting the business. So let's kick it off first and foremost by talking about the product lineup. I mean, we briefly touched on AccuVid. You've got the Beanie Pod, VenoWave, Intercepts, and ThermoZap, if I'm saying those correctly. Do you want to just kind of brief through each one of those and kind of tell us what's forefronting this business?
Sure thing, yeah. So we started off with the Intercept CS, which is a cold sore product that prevents cold sores. I have an example here. This is our current version. We plan on changing the design, changing the footprint size of this and how it works. It has an activator that goes into the unit and it heats up for 3 30-second treatments, and it actually prevents cold sores. We got the prevention claim for that from Health Canada. So we're very excited about that, and we're excited about the redesign, which we'll get going on in 2022. The ThermoZap is a product that sort of a legacy product that we designed, that the former management team designed, and the trademark had expired, the IP had expired. So we came out with sort of a new thought on that product to come out to the marketplace with a product that we thought maybe could, kill off Zika or dengue. So we started doing some testing on that, and we had successful trials. We changed the look and feel of it. I don't have a prototype of that product here, but we have like a timed release heat delivery. And by the way, these are all sort of topical products. They're non-invasive. They just go on the skin and they don't burn the skin or anything like that. So nothing is ingested. They're all natural products. So the insect device, what we did was we went to UHN here in Ontario, University Health Network, and told them what we were doing with the product, and they called us in right away and said, we'd love to work with you to test against Zika. And we had some successful trials there. And then we went to University of Alberta, did some additional testing out there, which went very well. And so we're in the process now of determining, that was an in vitro test that maybe we look at sort of in vivo next, and then from there look to build a claim around that product. And then do the final design, et cetera. So there's a lot of R&D work involved with that. And then in 2020, we acquired a company called Sarnger Life Sciences. We acquired their assets from Sarnger, a great little company. The inventor was very smart guy that developed all these really cool products. One is Benipod, which you mentioned. And this is it here. Again, it's a non-invasive product. This is the cold section of the product, and this is the hot. And you would just put that in the area where you have pain, your wrist, your elbow, knee, etc. And it actually sends a signal to the nerve to settle down, and then sends a signal to the brain that the pain is relieved. So it's really simple. It plugs into a wall unit right now. We want to make this a little more convenient by having a battery pack and some straps so that you can put it on your back or your shoulder, your legs, that kind of thing. But this is really a big potential to sell through various channels, and we're excited, through social media eventually, but we're also looking at online sales, and we'll talk more about that if we can secure some good outlets there. The other product is VenoWave, which is this product. It goes on the back of the calf, and it works. It's very simple the way it works. It actually pumps the blood from the calf up to the heart, and then allows that blood to circulate. Most of the clots are formed in the calf. So what you're doing here is you're preventing that situation of blood clots. And usually when you're in an accident or if you've had surgery, the incidence of blood clots increase. So you would use a product like this, and it would help pump that blood through the system and prevent those blood clots. And we've signed an agreement with a company called DME Authority out of Tennessee. Great team down there that is going to start selling this into clinics and surgical centers, and that's a big opportunity for us. They have to sell at least 100,000 units a year to keep that exclusivity with us. So we're excited about that. And then the other product is AccuVid, which I talked about on the last call. It's just a simple pregnancy style test, that you would take a sample of your saliva, and you'd mix it with a buffer, and then you pipette that onto the cartridge, and one line indicates you're negative, and 2 lines indicates you're positive for COVID.
That's a pretty incredible breakdown. You guys are really in these different facets of the healthcare market. You did briefly touch on one of those products and kind of the expansion, because I feel like you've really done the R&D work at this point. So from like a kind of manufacturing and building out the sales of this right now for the sales channels, what do you guys primarily focus on? I feel like this is very variant depending on the product you got there. But when we're talking about expansion, is it just US? Are we getting into Canada? Are we doing online? Are we doing it with retail? Kind of just touch on some of the supply chain setup with that.
The channels. Well, if I'd focused on the initial focus for us is AccuVid, to get that product into the marketplace. It's top of mind right now because obviously we have this pandemic going on. There's a lot of convenience related to this product. We have a lot of interest to buy the product. We have to get that FDA EUA, which we're working on. We're going to finish up the clinical, and then we submit the FDA EUA, and then we can start talking to customers and selling the product. Manufacturing wise, we're into various jurisdictions. We wanted to make sure that we could do at least 500,000 units a week, which is important. That's part of the FDA requirement. We're able to do that because we did sign a partner a few weeks back that's able to do that. We're actually talking to a few others as well. One is US based, that they think they can also ramp to those levels. So, it's always good to have 1 or 2 backups in that sense. So that would be the main focus in terms of where we want to start the sales. It would definitely be AccuVid. And then I think you're looking at VenoWave and Benepod. Those would be the low-hanging fruit for us. VenoWave is really that channel through DME where we want to focus right now. And he's got all of the contacts, and he's got the Rolodex and customer base to sell into. The Benepod, I think, that's a great online opportunity for us. And, maybe through like the shopping channel, QVC, outlets like that would be ideal as well. So that's sort of where we'd like to go with that product down the road. You do have to spend marketing dollars to get, out into the market. That's a big expense. So we're cognizant of that. Manufacturing, we've already submitted orders for the VenoWave. Those are going to be sent to DME, and then right behind that, there's another big order behind that. So we're excited about that opportunity. And the Benepod, we're looking at making some changes to the outer part of this, so you can allow a strap through the unit, and then you can strap it onto your knees or your back, wherever, and then adding that battery pack that I told you. But we're in good shape on the manufacturing side. It's the same manufacturer that makes the VenoWave. So we're pretty excited to get that rolling.
Now, speaking just briefly about the macroeconomics here, are you guys having any issues getting supplies or dealing with that side of the business right now and getting these things manufactured?
Yeah, not really. I mean, I think there's delays with timing for sure. We put in orders some time ago, so there are slight delays. It's not major. Most of it's been sort of reworking some of the look and feel of the product. So when you do that, there's delays because you're kind of redesigning slightly. Like, for example, in this case, you have a different top of this Benepod. So it takes a little bit of time, but nothing extensive, like maybe a week and a half delay to get that kind of stuff done. So it's looking okay right now. I don't know what it's going to look like in the near future, but I think we're okay on the supply side of things.
Okay, so that's great to hear, actually. So I guess 2022 is going to be a real takeoff year for this business as you guys kind of refine these products out and start getting them to market, eh?
Yeah, that's the goal. I mean, absolutely. I want to get into major sales mode here, especially for the AccuVid. I mean, I said it, I think, on the last interview with you. We have a lot of potential interest here to buy the product. They're just waiting for those regulatory approvals.
Yeah, for sure. So on that note, what we're going to do is we're going to come back and we're going to talk more about the financials, the spending side of it, perhaps marketing, budget, capital structure, and things of that nature. So if that's something that you guys would like to hear more about, consider subscribing for those future updates. But on that note, Rob, I really appreciate your time today. Thanks so much for coming out.
Thanks a lot. Nice seeing you again.
You as well. In light of this, folks, let us know what you think as well in that comment section below. But stay cool, stay awesome, and I look forward to catching you in the next one.